Your blood pressure is not nearly as far out of your control as you may believe. Science has confirmed a handful of everyday habits that can lower it by an amount comparable to a medication, sometimes even more. And they don't replace the medicine you may already take. They work right alongside it, making it even more powerful. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which habits the science confirms, how much each one helps, and how to put yourself back in the driver's seat, working hand in hand with your doctor. One essential promise first. I'm not telling you to stop your blood pressure medication. Never do that on your own. These habits support your treatment and your doctor's care. For some people with mild elevation, changes alone, guided by a doctor, may be enough. For many, medication is essential, and these habits make it work even better. Any change to your medicine is your doctor's decision, never yours alone. High blood pressure is called the silent killer because it usually causes no symptoms. You feel normal while it quietly damages your heart, blood vessels, kidneys, and brain. But here's the hopeful side. Blood pressure is one of the most changeable health risks we have, and these habits stack. Combine several, and the effect can rival a pill. Habit 1, the most powerful. Eat the DASH way. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, low-fat dairy, and lean proteins, while cutting back on red meat, salt, and sugar. No calorie counting. Studies show it can lower your top number by 8 to 14 points, comparable to some medications, and can start working within 2 weeks. Just shift your plate. Make most of it vegetables, fruit, beans, and whole grains with meat as a smaller part. Habit 2. Cut back on salt and know where it's hiding. For every meaningful reduction, blood pressure drops roughly 5 to 6 points. But the salt shaker isn't the main problem. Around 70% of the salt we eat is already hidden in processed and restaurant foods, in bread, deli meats, canned soups, and sauces. Cook more at home, read labels, and ask for sauce on the side when eating out. Aim for less than about a teaspoon of salt a day. One caution: if your doctor watches your potassium because of kidney concerns, check before increasing potassium-rich foods or switching to a potassium salt substitute. Habit 3. Movement, including one surprising exercise. Regular aerobic exercise, like brisk walking about 150 minutes a week, lowers blood pressure roughly 5 to 7 points. But recent research found something more effective: isometric exercise, holding a steady position rather than moving. The classic example is a wall sit, or simply squeezing a hand grip and holding. In a major analysis, these holding exercises lowered blood pressure by around 8 points, more than brisk walking, more than lifting weights. Just a few short holds a few times a week can make a real difference. Never hold your breath during the hold. Keep breathing steadily, build up slowly, and check with your doctor first if you have a heart condition. If this is giving you back a sense of control, subscribe. This channel brings you science-backed truth that puts you in charge of your own health. Habit 4. If you're carrying extra weight, losing even a little helps a lot. For roughly every 2 pounds you lose, blood pressure tends to drop about 1 point. Habit 5. Calm your nervous system. Chronic stress keeps blood pressure elevated day after day. Slow-paced breathing, a few minutes of breathing slowly and deeply, along with meditation, has been shown to lower blood pressure by around 5 points. Habit 6. Cut back on alcohol and tobacco. Both raise blood pressure and damage blood vessels over time. If you smoke, quitting is one of the most powerful things you can do for your heart. If you don't drink, don't start for your health. The benefit comes from cutting back, not beginning. Habit 7. Sleep well. Poor sleep, especially sleep apnea, where breathing stops and starts during the night, often with loud snoring and daytime tiredness, can drive blood pressure up. Treating it can bring your numbers down significantly, so it's worth asking your doctor about if that sounds like you. Here's the exciting part. These habits stack. Combine the DASH way of eating, less salt, regular movement with a few wall sits, a little weight loss, and daily calm breathing, and studies show you can lower your top number by 15 to 25 points or more. For many people, that's the difference between a number in the danger zone and one that's perfectly healthy. And working with your doctor, it might mean a lower dose of medication, or for mild elevation, avoiding it altogether. But that's always your doctor's decision, made together. High blood pressure can feel like something beyond your reach, but the science says the opposite. Every healthy meal, every walk, every wall sit, every calm breath is a small vote for a lower number and a longer life. And because blood pressure gives no symptoms, measure it. Get a home monitor, check at the same time each day, write the numbers down, and bring that log to your doctor. A few honest words. Never stop or change your medication on your own. If your blood pressure is very high, or you have heart disease, diabetes, or kidney problems, lifestyle changes alone aren't enough, and medication is essential. Check with your doctor before big changes to potassium or before trying isometric exercises. And if you ever have a severe headache, chest pain, or sudden vision changes with a very high reading, treat it as an emergency. This is general education, not medical advice. Here's a challenge, in 2 parts. First, this week, get a home blood pressure monitor if you don't have one, and write down your reading. That's your starting line. Second, choose just one habit to begin. Comment the number 1 for dash eating, 2 for less salt, 3 for movement and wall sits, 4 for weight, 5 for calm breathing, 6 for less alcohol and no smoking, or 7 for better sleep. Subscribe so the next science-backed tip finds you. And share this with someone you love who struggles with their blood pressure. This could genuinely change their health.